Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm showing highlights from the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. The public show is currently running from Saturday, February 11th until Monday, February 20th. Unlike when I went to Detroit, I had not applied for media credentials since I originally was unable to head over to Chicago, but I ended up going last minute on the first public day. So there were tons more people than I was used to being around when filming, but I tried my best to get some decent footage. I'll be showing off all the Mopar/Stellantis highlights and going through all the various vehicles that they brought to the show. Due to the timing, I'll split it up into two different parts. So the first one today is Alfa Romeo, Chrysler, and Dodge, and part 2 will look at Jeep and Ram. For each vehicle, I'll try to add some commentary here and there, and some certain features, price points, and power numbers. So let's get right into it. I want to begin with the Chrysler brand. I've talked about this model on the channel before, but it was my first look at the 2025 Chrysler Airflow Graphite concept. Chrysler aims to launch their first battery electric vehicle in 2025, and that could be something like the Airflow. It's got a galaxy black exterior with cypress copper accents, both inside and out, with a full LED light bar in the grille and a redesigned Chrysler winged logo. Crystal LED light blades show an aqua color to show that this vehicle is charging. Other exterior features include a huge panoramic glass roof and 22-inch wheels. The Airflow is one of the first real-life examples of the Stella Large platform, and that's important because the same architecture will be the foundation for the future Dodge Challenger and Charger muscle cars. As for the performance, the Airflow concept is powered by two 150 kilowatt electric drive motors, one on each axle. Each motor translates to 201 horsepower, so at the moment the concept has 402 horsepower. It also has all-wheel drive capability. Just like in Detroit, Chrysler brought along the 2023 300C in bright white. This is a special edition version limited to just 2,000 units for the US and 200 for Canada. Along with the bright white, there's also pitch black or velvet red. The cost is $55,000, but these have long been sold out. It does look like many of the other 300s, getting a performance front fascia, fog lamps, large grille, and a new retro-themed 300C grille badge. It also gets 20x9-inch forged aluminum wheels, 4-piston Brembo calipers, and a lowered suspension. Inside there are black Laguna leather seats embossed with the 300C logos. The rest of the interior is similar to the 300S, with the 8.4-inch Uconnect, steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, carbon fiber accents, and a 19-speaker Harman Kardon audio system. The big draw is under the hood where the 6.4-liter Hemi V8 lies. It's got 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic. 0 to 60 happens in 4.3 seconds, and the quarter mile can be done in 12.4 seconds, while the top speed is 160 miles an hour. Continuing with Chrysler, we have the only other vehicle in the lineup, which is the Pacifica minivan. This is the limited all-wheel drive, starting at $50,650. It does look pretty good with the S appearance package, with black exterior and interior accents, anodized ink badging with the S badge on the rear liftgate, 20-inch foreshadow painted aluminum wheels, and Napa leather bucket seats along with the S logo. There are tons of features like a 10-inch Uconnect 5 system, over 115 standard and available safety features, the stow-and-go seating where the second and third rows fold into the floor, and more. Under the hood is the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 with 287 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque, paired with a 9-speed automatic. The other Pacifica was the Road Tripper package, which is new for 2023. This is based on the Touring L, which is $41,130, and then adds $1,495 if you get plug-in hybrid electric, $2,095 for the gas all-wheel drive, or $2,395 for the gas front-wheel drive. The package adds Road Tripper door decals, new unique luster gray 20-inch matte wheels with orange caps, a roof rack, the trailer tow pack, a Chrysler badge with an orange insert front and back, and granite crystal accents on the fascia and grille surround, mirror caps, door handles, and side moldings. Now we move on to Dodge, who had a heavy presence at the show and brought many different vehicles than what we saw in Detroit. They brought a different version of the Dodge Charger Daytona SRT concept, as you can see. Dodge has swapped the Grays of Thunder color and replaced it with Striker Red, which is a rich color that was first used on the 2013 SRT Viper GTS Coupe. Dodge also added a new set of 18-inch lightweight carbon fiber wheels. These feature center locks with aluminum center sections and titanium bolts. 305mm drag radial tires are wrapped around them. It still has a muscular appearance that reminds you of the 1968 Dodge Charger, and Dodge brought back the Fratzog logo on the front and rear, which is not only the brand's electric logo going forward, but also a nod to the performance heritage. This Charger has a new R-wing for front aerodynamics, an erupt multi-speed transmission, and will be powered by a new 800-volt Banshee propulsion system, so that's why they've added the Banshee logos on the front fenders. For more talk about the power and propulsion system of this Charger, check the video link in the top right corner where I dedicate an entire video just on that. As for the modern Charger, there was only one, but it was the best you can get, the King Daytona. This is one of the 7 last call special edition models. I won't get too far into it, I've done a whole video already, but Dodge is paying homage to some history, this time the Southern California drag racing scene of the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Big Willie Robinson was the founder of the National Brotherhood of Street Racers, which was an organization that was meant to promote organized drag racing as a way of uniting people of all races and classes. Him and his wife Tomiko had a pair of 1969 Dodge Charger Daytonas. His was known as the King Daytona in orange. So of course this has the bright orange Go Mango paint, just like Big Willie's King Daytona back in the day. This one is limited to only 300 units produced, so it will be very rare, possibly the rarest Charger Hellcat ever made, and it's based on the Charger SRT Hellcat Red Eye wide body. To fit under the wider body, there are 20 by 11 inch satin carbon warp speed wheels with matching orange 6-piston Brembos beneath them. The familiar satin black rear fender graphics return, but this time they read King Daytona on each side. The hood, roof, and rear spoiler are also finished in satin black. All the exterior badging is done in satin chrome, and Mopar has added hood pins for a retro touch. Under the hood is a 6.2-liter supercharged high-output Hemi with 807 horsepower and 707 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 times for this model are around 3.5 seconds, with the quarter mile around 11 seconds. Inside there are black Napa Alcantara seats that have orange stitching and Daytona embroidered in the seat backs. The orange interior accent stitching continues on the instrument panel, console, steering wheel, and door trim. The steering wheel is finished in Alcantara as well to match the seats, and to show off what you have, there's a King Daytona badge on the passenger side. To match the King Daytona, the challenger they brought was the Black Ghost. This is another last call model, also limited to just 300 units produced like the King Daytona, and it's got the same engine and performance numbers as well. As for the features of the Black Ghost, it also has 20 by 11 inch satin carbon warp speed wheels with paint matching black 6-piston Brembos beneath them. Dodge has added white rear fender graphics and a black gator skin roof vinyl to try to mimic the original Black Ghost. Up front on the fascia is bright Dodge lettering, along with the Challenger script grille, fender, and spoiler badges. The SRT badge is finished in midnight metallic. Mopar also added a hood pin kit and a bright fuel filler door for a retro touch. Inside, the seats have Laguna leather and Alcantara, and that continues to the door bolsters. The steering wheel is finished in Alcantara as well to match the seats with a red SRT logo. If you're wondering, the original Black Ghost was a black 1970 Dodge Challenger with both the RT and SE or Special Edition packages, along with the 426 Hemi engine and a 4-speed manual transmission. It was recognizable with its black gator grain vinyl top. It was a legendary car on the Detroit street racing scene, known to spontaneously appear, destroy the competition, and leave without a trace. The owner was Godfrey Qualls, but he had to keep his street racing a secret since he was a Detroit police officer. There's also a lot more to this story, and a documentary has even been made about it. Next we have the Durango. Dodge didn't bring a Hellcat, but second fiddle is the SRT 392. It costs $68,960 and has a performance look with a chin splitter, functional SRT hood, integrated wheel flares, and dual black racing stripes with redline red pinstripes. The wheels are 20 by 10 inch hyper black alloys with huge 15-inch front rotors and 6-piston front calipers beneath them. Inside, the SRT high-performance seats are finished in Laguna leather in demonic red color. There's also an SRT flat-bottom performance steering wheel with paddle shifters. Under the hood, you can find the 6.4-liter Hemi V8 with 475 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 happens in 4.1 seconds, and the quarter mile in only 12.7 seconds. Next up is Dodge's newest model, the Hornet. This is the Hornet GT starting at $29,995. It's got that Dodge performance look to it with a muscular front end, large grille, Dodge mail slot, and performance hood with heat extractors. It also has the signature Dodge Racetrack LED taillight with the Dodge logo in the center. This one has the black top package, so that comes with 18 by 7.5 inch Abyss painted wheels, dark badges, and gloss black mirror caps and window moldings. Under the hood, you'll find the Hurricane 2-liter turbo inline 4-cylinder that gives you 268 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive with dynamic torque vectoring and Coney frequency selective damping shocks. Dodge says 0 to 60 happens in 6.5 seconds and the quarter mile in 15.3 seconds with 140 mph top speed. Last but not least for Dodge, there is the Hornet GLH, or Goes Like Hell concept. This is simply a Hornet GT that has lots of direct connection parts added on, which are Mopar OEM parts that can be added to the vehicle to keep your warranty intact. Some of these parts include a matte roof and hood, dual racing stripes, direct connection logos, GLH logos and red pinstripes, a red Hornet badge, red side stripes, lowering springs, 20-inch machine face wheels with red Dodge center caps, a dual exhaust with black tips, an engine stage kit, and even more. Now for the final brand of the video, Alfa Romeo. They brought 3 vehicles to Chicago. The first was the Giulia Quadrifoglio sedan. The vehicle cost $81,960, but the Montreal green paint adds an extra $2,200. This is the highest performance version of the Giulia, and you can tell by the 4-leaf clover symbol on the front fender. There are lots of carbon fiber pieces on the model, like an active front aero splitter, hood, roof, and rocker panels. The bright Technico rims are staggered, 19 by 8.5 inches front and 19 by 10 inches rear. There's also a dynamic dual-mode quad exhaust and Brembo brakes with anodized calipers. Alfa Romeo claims this is the fastest 5-passenger vehicle in the world, as it had a 2018 lap time of 7:32 at the Nürburgring track. Performance stems from the 2.9-liter twin-turbo engine that puts out 505 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. The car is good for a 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, quarter mile in 11.9 seconds, and has a 191 mph top speed. There was also another Quadrifoglio, the Stelvio SUV, in the beautiful $500 Alfa Rosso paint. The Stelvio matches the Giulia's good looks and comes with all-wheel drive standard, but also costs more at $87,875. The wheels are also staggered with 20 by 9 inch front and 20 by 10 inch rear dark 5-hole rims with 255/45 front and 285/40 rear size tires. The engine is the exact same as the Giulia, but performance is just slightly better, with the SUV rated at 0 to 60 in only 3.6 seconds and the quarter mile in 11.7 seconds. The top speed does drop down to 176 miles per hour. The final Alfa Romeo was the Tonale SUV. This is new for 2023 and shares a platform with the Dodge Hornet. This is the luxurious upgrade at an MSRP of $47,495 for this Veloce model. This is the highest performing trim here, but it's also a plug-in hybrid electric with a 1.3-liter multi-air turbocharged 4-cylinder paired with a 90 kilowatt electric motor on the rear axle. It's the same setup we'll see on the Hornet RT later this year. Total output is 285 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque, with 30 miles on a single electric charge and a rating of 75 mpge. Otherwise, it does look like an Alfa with the signature V Scudetto grille, 19-inch alloy diamond 5-hole wheels, and tri-lobe headlights. So that's it for part 1 of the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. Part 2 will be coming in a few days. Hope you enjoyed the recap and getting up close and personal with these beautiful vehicles. Which was your favorite, and do you have plans to order any? Let me know down in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe for all your Mopar content, and I'll see you in the next video.